What activities do you share with Bulgarians outside the school?
Quite a lot. As I said, the school is actually a very good place for meeting people, and the friendships and relationships have developed. Simple things, there's a whole group of students I've got to know, and we now go off for lunch on a Sunday, or we'll go somewhere else as a sort of a company of people, so extended. Sometimes I meet students to go for a dinner. Two of my individual students, I actually help them with their businesses. So, as I said, it's a very symbiotic relationship. They help me, I help them. The activities, play sport, dinner, go to nightclubs. There's a whole range of social activities that I participate in, so it's great.
Appreciate regarding Bulgarian students.
I think the English Academy and myself personally, we're very privileged to be able to work with some very educated and bright students. The students that I have to work with, they're dedicated, they want to learn, and that's an appreciation because they actually want to learn. When I look at some of the students I've worked with, either in higher education or further education, they don't want to learn. They're there because they've been told to. Where the students here want to learn, and that's they absorb the information. And I appreciate the effort that they put into it and the hard work that they put in, because it's not very easy. I know because I'm trying to learn Bulgarian and I'm going nowhere fast.
Is there something you don't like about Bulgarian students?
Yes. A couple of the students I've been working with over the last few years I've got to know personally. And when I tell them that I'm trying to learn Bulgarian, they teach me all the wrong things to say at the wrong time. So they get me to practice phrases or words which I'm sure are rude, and I don't appreciate, I don't like the fact that they try and get me into trouble.
What activities do you share with other immigrants?
The other immigrants, I suppose, if you use the term, the people who I work with, some of the colleagues that you've already interviewed and will be interviewing. Other than that, as I said, I came to Bulgaria to live with Bulgarians. So I would say that 98% of the people I associate with are Bulgarians. If I wanted to live with a British, I'd stay in England. So very little, very little.
What do you appreciate about immigrants in Bulgaria?
The other immigrants, as I said, I have very little to do with the British, and that's my choice. Although I've met, through my work, both as an English teacher and also as a business consultant, I've met some very interesting Spanish, Italian, French and German immigrants here, who are expatriates. They're the people who come here to work for factories and companies like Debnir or Solvay. I appreciate their culture, having lived in Western Europe for a long time and having travelled around Europe a lot. I appreciate their culture, their differences. I also appreciate their language. I appreciate them that they're in a situation when you're confronted with a sign in Cyrillic and you don't understand what it means. We're all in the same position. But I suppose the biggest appreciation is that we're all here confronting the Bulgarian bureaucracy and also a very difficult language.
Something you don't like about Bulgarian immigrants?
Bulgarian immigrants?
Immigrants in Bulgaria.
Immigrants into Bulgaria. I think that a lot of British immigrants have come here for an unrealistic dream. They're trying to transpose a British lifestyle into a totally different culture and heritage. I don't like some of the small-mindedness of some of the people who live in the villages. I don't like the fact that they don't actually totally integrate into the Bulgarian social scene or the economy, and they tend to think that they're separate from it. And I suppose I don't like some of their drinking habits, because some of the British are renowned for absorbing a lot of alcohol. So that's one of the reasons why I don't have a great deal to do with them.
Do you feel accepted by your students, and why?
I hope I'm accepted, and as I said, the relationship I've had with some of the students has improved, not just from being a student-teacher relationship, but to a friend-friend. And I think that's one of the reasons where I can now go out with them into social events. I get invited to some of their personal family kind of events. And I think that's a reason for being accepted, or an acceptance. In the classroom, it's a totally different environment to outside the classroom. And I keep a lot of contacts and get phone calls from a lot of the students. So if they didn't contact me, then I don't think they would accept me. So the very reason that they want to contact me, the fact that they actually want to see me outside of the classroom, I think that's a good reason for being accepted.
Do you feel accepted by native people in this country, and why?
From a personal point of view, I hope that I'm accepted by the Bulgarians as a guest in their country, although we can say that legislatively I have a right to be here under the European Union, but I'm still a guest at the end of the day. I try to integrate into the Bulgarian society in every way, and I think that's appreciated by the Bulgarians. As I said, I have a lot of Bulgarian friends. I think one of the problems with a lot of other immigrants is, as I said, that they don't integrate, they don't become part of the social network or the social economy. From my perspective, I think I have, and I hope I have, because I've tried to be.
What would you like to be different to improve your situation here?
As I think I mentioned, that I'm not just an English teacher. I also have a business consultancy, and I think one of the things that I would like to see different is a more of an open-mindedness from the business sector. Bulgarian economy has had a lot of investment in specific areas such as tourism, but I don't think that enough investment has actually been put into small businesses. Yeah? And at the end of the day, the small businesses are the backbone of any economy. So I would like to see things change in the business environment to make business people more aware of what is available out there as far as help and assistance in developing their businesses, and also to make Bulgaria much more competitive.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure for me.
Thank you very much indeed for inviting me.